incompetent. So when we're stuck, we're unconsciously incompetent. Your map of reality was working well enough for you up to a point, and at a certain point, it stopped working well for you, and so then it's revealing an incompetence. Now, that's not like a flaw in you. It's not. It doesn't mean that you're personally unable. It just means that your current development of this specific skill or knowledge needs to be improved in order for you to achieve the outcome that you want. But that transition from being unconscious to conscious is often awkward because it's one thing to say, well, gee whiz, I'm stuck and life just has it out for me and I can't get a lucky break and I don't know what's wrong with me or I don't know what's wrong with life. That's one thing, right? That's when you're unconsciously incompetent. It's another thing to then realize, oh, so this is actually because I I have a particular weakness here that I could, if I chose, improve, right? Like there's something that I don't know that I could learn. There's something there's a particular skill that it's weak for me right now, and I could improve that. So that's a different thing. It's a totally different way of perceiving. And oftentimes that can, as I say, it can be awkward. And some of us will perceive that as overwhelming because we'll say, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. Before at least I could just say, I'm stuck. Woe is me. But now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I have some agency, but I don't know exactly what to do. And it's, this big, wide open thing, because again, now you're starting to access the territory. So the thing is, when you're conscious, then you're accessing the territory instead of just the map. And the territory is vast. The territory is infinite. So if you haven't developed the skills in order to be able to access the territory well, then you're likely to just fall into overwhelm. So this is a problem that many people run up against, is they will temporarily, momentarily open themselves up to the territory and then they freak out. They say, it's too much, it's overwhelming, I don't know what to do. And then they go back to, I guess I'll just be unconsciously incompetent again. It's sort of like, in the Matrix movie where the one character is given the option to go back into the Matrix and forget, but have power and money and whatever. It's a little bit like that. Sometimes we open ourselves up to the territory as it is, and instead of staying with that, we say, nah, I'll just go back to the way things were, because it seems more manageable to us, even though it's actually unmanageable. At least it puts back on the filters, so it's a reducing valve. It's like, okay, just I don't want to have to perceive this big, wide open, infinite territory. I just want it to be shut down. It's because it's sort of it's numbing. So sometimes people make that mistake, but you can help yourself out by developing some skills for uh, having more comfort with the territory. So just have that expectation that the territory is wide open. So there are infinite options. So when I question my map, then I'm opening myself up to infinite options. At this stage, I should not expect that I'm instantly going to have the next right answer. I don't, I'm not necessarily going to know what is the next best option. At this stage, all I'm doing is revealing to myself that my map was outdated, that the options that I was considering were insufficient. And so now I'm opening myself up to more options. In that process, it's not guaranteed. In fact, it's probably not even that likely that instantaneously I'm going to latch on to the exact right option. So then if you can learn to be comfortable with that, just having the proper expectation, that will help. Versus what I'm saying is, if you still have the expectation that, well, when I question my map, I should instantly have some new kind of certainty about a new way. That will likely lead you to disappointment and overwhelm. which will likely cause you to revert back to the old way, again, staying stuck in unconscious incompetence.